before we dive into the Saudis,
let's just get the fucking facts.
Let's just get the facts.
Okay?
Okay, but well, maybe that's what I was doing when you interrupted me.
But you were getting facts incorrect, and that's why Adrian put something in the chat that said not this, it's this, and that's what I was reading.
You know, by the way, I can't see our chat.
Yeah, you can. It pops up.
No, I can't.
It doesn't.
I know that. No, it says whisper backstage. Nothing has been said yet.
Oh, well, I'll let you know
weird?
when there's something in the chat.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. It's been like that for a couple weeks. So the Project B was started by Google and Facebook executive Grady Burnett and Skype co-founder Jeff Prentice.
Also, alarm bells. Those motherfuckers are shady. Keep going.
And then they have 4 athlete partners in Candace Parker, Sloane Stephens, Novak Djokovic, and Steve Young.
Novak Djokovic, shady. That, like, we know that there's been some stuff that he's been kind of aligned with, or comments that he's made where I know Novak is for Novak.
By the way, this kind of indicates to me that, like, Saudi tennis league
could be happening.
Could be happening because, like, what are Sloane and Djokovic doing there? Because that doesn't, right?
They're like, this is step 1 of Project B.
Right.
We've also got Project T for Project Basketball. We've also got Project T, which is Project Tennis, where we're going to take over tennis.
I see. Mean? So those are what we know. We also know that Sela, which is the Saudi PIF event
management company. They're the ones running the tournament.
Sure. So we know that they have agreed to
run it.
To me,
what does that mean? We don't know.
Yeah, exactly. This is a $900 billion investment fund that is owned, operated, and run by the Crown Prince, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, as a key instrument of his Vision 2030 project, which is like not all that far off from like Project 2025 or like whatever that thing is called. I still can't remember what it is, but it's this whole like, we're changing the way that people view. We're not just an oil and murder country. We also like women's sports, which is weird because historically, the Saudis have not been great on women's rights. I can't imagine why all of a sudden they want to be in women's sports.
It's a tough scene, really.
We remember this from LIV, right? So this kind of like the biggest comparison that, and not to bring M Sports in, but LIV Golf back in 2019 when they came on the scene and threatened to, take the PGA Tour and destroy it. They had like some success, right? They signed Dustin Johnson. They signed Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau for hundreds of millions of dollars each, right? Like they offered them $500 million. They offered Tiger Woods $1 billion to join their league, to which he turned down because he said, "You just killed an American journalist. I'm not going to be a part of that." What do we think? Do we think we're going to see the same type of reaction from the women? Or do you think that the women are so like in need of being paid? Because Tiger Woods doesn't need $1 billion from the Saudi government. But like Angel Reese could probably use it.
I think first and foremost that we need to know what these dollar amounts for athletes are, right? So we had somebody in our mentions being like, you can't say that the Saudi government is investing in this league. But the question that I have, and that may be true, the question that I have is, say that they're offering Sabrina Ionescu $50 million to play in this league.
It'll be more than that.
Where is the money coming from, if not from the Saudi government?
From the Saudis. It's coming from the Saudi government.
Is it coming from Google? I don't think Google at this point in time, let me finish my point, please, is going to invest $50 million in women's sports. If they did want to do that, they'd probably want to invest in a women's WNBA team. Because we know that this sports league is not going to be a return. There's no return on investment here. It's completely a vanity project. There is
Sport
not
washing.
you're not getting, it's called sport washing. You're not going to get the ratings to make up for the 50 million that you're paying or that you're offering these athletes or whatever that number is, and we know it will be egregious. Because this and if that's the case, then where's the money coming from? Because the Saudi government has so much money that 50 million is like, I lost at 50 last weekend.
$900 billion investment fund.
They've got it.
There is no end to this money. Yeah, it doesn't end.
So to me, it's kind of a little bit disingenuous to try to say that the Saudis aren't truly running the show. And like, I'm a little conflicted about the concept of bringing women's sports over to Saudi Arabia. I am, because I was talking to Blair about this, Blair, friend of show, and she was saying that
Blair Henley, tennis.
Blair Henley in the tennis space, friend of show. Sorry, I didn't mention her last name. That was bad of me. So Blair and I were talking while you were in the bathroom, Sarah, during the U.S. Open, about how fan engagement has changed towards women's tennis athletes over time in Saudi Arabia. And at one point, there was no interest, and there was slight disdain. And over the last, I don't know, years that she's been there and that they've gone there, now fans are men, boys, people, lining up around the block, trying to get these women's autographs. And so there is a level for me of like, if you want to change people's minds that women are badasses, you kind of need women to be in proximity to them. And
Sure.
there is no badass women in Saudi Arabia that they allow being badasses. So
I mean, there's probably plenty of them that are not allowed to be badasses.
That's what I'm saying, that they're there,
Yeah.
but that's just not what is sort of, there's not a space created for that. So in the step of trying to get women's rights, there is an argument to be made to having games played in a place where it can open people's eyes that, yeah, women are just as fucking dope as men. And, like, look at Sloane Stephens and, like, look at Serena and look at, Venus. And then once that nugget gets in your mind, it's like, well, there's other women here in Saudi Arabia. Maybe they can be badasses, too. So I am a bit conflicted. I know that the Saudi government does not want that, but probably. I actually don't know. But that's, like, a little bit of I'm, like, very torn on that topic because, it's hard to fix isms without proximity to the people that you
Sure.
don't have positive feelings towards.